Hi and welcome to our little guidance video for the Tech Hair Care Products project. I'm going to show you how to do that task, how to prevent um, obstacles that may appear, and yeah, how to do it in a very quick video. Okay, let's start. So what is the purpose in this task? The purpose is to mark all bottles that belong to a particular given brand. In this case, the project is looking for the Head and Shoulders bottles. So the first thing you have to do is scroll through the images and locate the Head and Shoulders bottles, because you only have to do those. You don't have to do all bottles on all images. So let's see where Head and Shoulders is. There is one, and just to make sure that there are no other areas on the shelf that also contain Head and Shoulders, you have to look through the rest. Those two I think are identical. It's the same part of the shelf, it is. So I will later go back to this one to actually mark them, because it is the better quality picture for my purpose. Just to make sure, no Head and Shoulders anymore. So go back to the one we will actually work on. Okay, so few remarks to the user interface. You have a zoom function here. You have a reset button to undo all changes. You can mark images as not doable, and you can hide all text that already have been put onto the image to get a better overview or whatever you want to do. So now we know the image that we have to work on. What is the actual task? The task is to mark all bottles that are Head and Shoulders. How do we do it? In a two-step process. First step is to mark all bottles as general Head and Shoulders. I said all bottles, which is not correct, because you only mark the first bottle in a row. So you wouldn't mark that one or that one. You just mark the first one in each row. I'm going quickly through them right now. As an advice, you should select a spot on the bottle where there is no vivid information covered. So select a white area so that you do not cover any relevant information with the mark. So speed up a little. Okay. Last ones. Okay. So also Head and Shoulders. All right. So, and then the next step would be to go one level deeper and actually select the products itself and mark them as properly as you can. What I would do between those two steps is select OOS, which means out of stock, and mark those spots on the picture where there should be Head and Shoulders products, but they have been sold and haven't been refilled yet. So we have to mark them as well. So I think those two spots should be it. So and now the last step is to go through all the bottles again and select the actual line or the product itself. I start just right here. We have the citrus, which is that category, and then we remark those that belong to this particular category we just selected. Those next are female premium. You see all the images if you hover over the category, so it makes it easy for you to see what you have to select and what you have to mark. So those are all those female premium. This is the classic. You get to know those after you did a few of those tasks. And then you go through all the bottles that are left. Once you're done with them, you did all of them, you can add a comment if you like to. Or you can cancel, of course. You can mark it not doable if the image is too blurry or doesn't show a shelf with Head and Shoulders at all. You can also skip. One thing I would like to talk about is the non-identifiable or other. You would mark, you would use this one if there is a bottle in front row where you see it is actually Head and Shoulders, but it stands twisted or something like that, so you do not see which actual line it belongs to, and you would select non-identifiable. Yeah, and that's basically it. Once you marked all of them, you hit send job and you're done.